Welcome to Holding Space. Michael Zen is a visual producer and creative photographer using his imaginative visionary energy to channel Zen and hold space for spiritual and innovative discussion. Each episode creates a supportive, accepting, and open environment that allows exploration and expertise to come together with engaging and entertaining convergence. With guest and community all helping the shape of the way, Michael is grateful to be together to hold space. Now here is your host of Holding Space, Michael Zen.
Oh, well, you thought he was there, but now he's really here. Hello, my friends, my brothers, my sisters, my sacred spiral family. It is so amazing to be here again on a Tuesday night to hold space, to create a moment in whatever it is. I was going to say time, but I don't even know if that's a real thing. Um, to create a moment, to be in the moment, to take control and make it the moment that I want it to be, and hopefully you guys want it to be. And I think you do. You guys have all showed up. So I just want to say hello to Evelyn. Good to see you. Indeed, it is. Arnie Layton. Always, I got my front row crew here, me and my shadow. I love that you guys always come in early and pull up your chairs and get ready for what's about to happen. Actually, I was watching some interesting stuff this week. There's a couple, I don't know if you guys have heard of them, I think is Barry and Karen. And it's just these two folks who are so connected to what it is to be a human being in this existence, in this experience. And she was kind of talking the host through like a session, basically, but starting to do it through meditative techniques and connecting to breath. And I thought of what I do at the beginning of my show, which was definitely inspired by tonight's guest, the incredible Bryan Lahr. But I loved the way that she was presenting it, because a lot of times people who meditate don't have a problem with this, but a lot of times you talk to people, you ask them, have you ever meditated? And they're like, no, I can't do that. I can't slow my mind down. I can't do that stuff. And for me, meditation is very much connected to the breath. And it's not necessarily the way you breathe, all right? Although what I do sometimes and what Bryan does, breath work, is very specific. So when Bryan gives certain counts, doing breaths in certain rhythms and patterns, there's a specific reason for that. But I think more to the people who seem to not get it right and have problems and say, I can't meditate, it's not about doing it correctly. You don't have to do it correctly. You already breathe. Breathing is something that happens by itself. It's more about being aware of the breath and just kind of saying, oh, that's how it's happening, right? So, and the reason I'm saying that is because sometimes I'll watch people do meditations and they'll say, okay, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, breathe out. And it's not the same rhythm that I feel naturally. So when we do the breaths, I'm going to kind of tell you how I'm doing it, but you don't need to do it that way. Just be aware of the breath, be aware of the sensations that I'm talking about as I clear the space and set the intention and do my thing with you know who, one of my other special guests, Sage. So I'm going to just do this for me so I could relax my shoulders and feel myself sink a little more into my chair and into the space, clear the space for good intentions, for good conversations, for good energy. And let's all do it together. Here we go. Taking it in through the nose. And just feel it release. Let it go. Take it in through the nose again. And then feel your shoulders just melt as you let that out. One more time together. deep breath. Just feel it. Just feel the breath. And then it's like you can feel the cycle. You can feel the flow of the universe coming in and going out, and you're a part of that and being a part of that. I'm going to let Sage finish her ring here. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Yes, as I said, that opening intention, kind of setting the space, was inspired by my guest tonight. What's up, Brenda? Good to see you. What's up, Anna Lee? Good to see you. Kim Princess is here. Wow, a bunch of people pulled in some seats as I was doing my breaths. Good to see you guys. Jennifer Rose. I was just talking to Jennifer a little while ago. Great to see you. Hashtag live. Jennifer always reminds me to get the community going, right? The community's already here. You guys have already showed up. It's amazing. Thank you guys for being here and sharing your energy. But if you hit the thumbs up or you click on share on your YouTube, that helps the show grow. It helps more people see it, and more people can come in and pull up their chair and be a part of this sacred spiral network that we're all a part of and we're all connected to. So thank you guys for all of that stuff. I want to say a couple of amazing things about my next guest. He's been on this show before. He's been on the live stream of consciousness. We've done a show together. And he's just an amazing part of my life. I was just going through some of the material I have to share, and I'm just so grateful that we connected. We came across each other on the internet, on Facebook, on a Facebook light painting photography group. I'm a photographer. He's a photographer. I'm interested in light, and he's interested in light. And I saw his work. I was blown away by his work. And I reached out and started chatting with him. I had no idea of how deep the layers went of his wizardry, literally his wizardry. And as I got to know him, I felt like I was in the presence of something ancient and something incredible. And it was an honor to grow my friendship with him. And you guys have seen him here before on the Sacred Spiral Network. He has his own show, Be in the Light, which is amazing. He's been a guest on a lot of the shows. I'm noticing like the guests, we all show up for each other and we all have these amazing conversations. So again, thank you guys for always being here. I am going to stop babbling. I know he's getting ready to come on the show. So let me welcome the incredible wizard, Bryan Lahr. What's up, Mr. B? How you doing?
Good to see you.
Good
What's
to
up,
see you
kid?
always.
Glad to see the house, the fam.
Yeah, everybody's pulled up their chairs. We got a nice fire going. We're gonna convene. Is that the right word? Yeah, we're gonna convene tonight and just be together. Kim Princess is saying hello, Bryan. Another angel sent to Earth to help others. Yes, it's what's amazing about the Sacred Spiral Network is it's not just the hosts, right? It's like every single person in the audience, you know, has their own energetic signature that is just unique and loving and present. And that's what I love about doing these shows.
What's up, Ronnie? Good to see you. Hey, listen, I'm sorry I missed you last night on the show. Show up on Monday. I'll serve you up first serve. Okay.
Was that for Arnie?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, everybody's doing such amazing things. I see so many people creating their reality. I love watching Kim Princess growing. It was amazing having her on my show.
Marco showed on the show last night.
I didn't. I heard you talking about it, but I missed it. I don't know if you have it, if you can share it or
did some amazing work. Yeah, here, hold on a second.
I would love to see it. Yeah. Amazing. And that's what I love, like the sharing, the whole, the community that we have here. What's up, Nita? Nice to see you. We are going to be doing some readings a little bit later. And what's up, Laura Lou? Good to see you as well. And Jennifer McCormick. Love and appreciate you all. Isn't that amazing how appreciation and gratitude is like reflective? Like we can reflect it back to each other and just bask in it. I love that.
All right.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot there.
No, actually, I'm right there.
Oh, and you said Kim had posted. Oh, wow.
You know what's really cool about these? It's kind of like my smoke images on the cards. You know, you blow them up really big, and you kind of like see one image, and then you shrink them down really small, and they get really big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, hold on a second.
Amazing.
Let me mess with this. No, it'll come back. I lost it. Give me a second.
No worries. No worries. That's beautiful stuff, Kim. That's really, really amazing. And I totally,
I
I
want to
totally
take
see
care
what
of
you're
the
saying.
vector art to or magic and make them one and the same. So that every piece of art is like, yeah.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, I totally, as you were saying it, talking about zooming in and zooming out, I started seeing like kabuki faces and different things in the artwork in different places. I mean, I definitely, I hear what you're
Oh,
saying.
I need to share it again. Sorry. Hold on.
That's all right.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you shrink it down. Oh, it won't let me do that here. All right.
Yeah, it's tough
Wait
to
a
do.
minute.
Yeah, when you're sharing it. Yeah,
Just
but
really nice.
yeah, so much going on there. Amazing. Wow.
Really beautiful stuff.
And
So
Evelyn is saying some are actually parts of the same picture. Wow. So some are close-ups of a piece of the bigger piece. Wow. Beautiful stuff. What a talented bunch we have here in the Sacred Spiral Network. Amazing. Amazing. So I don't know if a lot of people know this, but you and I, like I said, we were friends uh, for a while, and I didn't even know that you were a wizard. I knew you as a photographer for the first couple of minutes, and then as we got to know each other, the portal opened up, and I was like in this other world, and it was amazing too because not only did you have this incredible like spiritual aspect that was very, very deep, but your history was based in the art world and the commercial art world. And I was also a commercial artist, right? We both worked in ad agencies and we just had so much in common. That was great. And um, I talked about trying to make my artwork into a tarot deck. And you were like, "Oh yeah, I have some tarot decks." And again, just like my mind was just blown on so many levels because now it was the art, the photography, and the depth of the tarot, and I was like, wow, I don't even know. I need some training in this. So we put our heads together and we came up with the Fool's Journey, which is on YouTube. You guys can go check it out on YouTube. The Fool's Journey. It's an amazing.
Type in, there's a bunch of Fool's Journeys. So if you want to go check that out, I always just type in the Fool's Journey WYZARD with a Y, and it'll take you.
Yep. Yep. Or you could type in Bryan Lahr as well. I think the Fool's Journey with Bryan Lahr. And I was just watching a bit of the conversation that we were having on StreamYard to mastermind the show. But anyway, the Fool's Journey is basically a card by card breakdown of Brian's deck that he created with his light painting. So we go into the artwork a lot, but what's also amazing is it's a breakdown of the story of the tarot. So if you're not familiar with the tarot, you can start with the Fool and the beginning of the journey and go through the whole journey card by card with Bryan and watch him kind of teaching me and getting angry at me for not doing my homework.
Oh my God, I wanted to kill you.
We had a great dynamic, and it was such an amazing time, and again looking back and seeing people come across it and make comments like, "Oh wow, like this is such a great way to learn the tarot," and
Well,
you
and
know,
the trippy part about that show too for me was that it became magic. Like every show, I wound up wearing whatever the card was about that week. And I'd have all these experiences. And I didn't even notice that until we were 7, 8, 9 cards into the deck. And I'm looking back over my notes and I'm going, oh my God, that was that card. That was that card. That was, and man, that just happened the whole rest of the way, you know.
I remember that, and that's what's so cool is like we did that in the moment, and it's there now for some other consciousnesses to come across and experience and kind of go through that same thing. And then there was all of a sudden you had this incredible thing happening where you went out to a cemetery and you saw all these numbers and this
My
other magic came
parents,
in.
my mom and dad channeled me a message and sent, like it was a whole weird little investigative thing. And I found this headstone that had this name and it was calling my name and the dates on it were like my dad's birthday and my mom's birthday. And I was adding all of those up together that were becoming messages that sent me over here. Oh man, it was a crazy little ride there.
So amazing, so amazing. I gotta go binge watch that series and go back to episode one. It's like a Netflix series. It's
Man, I've learned so
amazing.
much since then. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. It was amazing. And then Brian, was ready to fly on his own and take it further with his angel deck, and do something similar with the angel deck, and of course in the meantime I met some of the folks from the Sacred Spiral Network, and our worlds converged, and grew into this amazing thing. I want to tell you, Brian, I I sit here and I smile so wide when I'm watching you do your show on the Sacred Spiral Network, because you are in your space, like so exactly
Well,
where you're supposed to be.
it's a magic event, man. That's what that's, yeah.
It really is, and you make it that way. You make it that way.
And to get to have this group of people, man, and practice, actually do real practice, be
Yeah,
teaching stuff that actually will make a difference if you do it. And oh man, it's just a glorious feeling. It really is.
it is
Watching
amazing.
people grow and expand and evolve, and it's really wonderful. And the people I've met through this whole thing, like Kelly and Jennifer, man, I'm yeah, getting
I
them.
know, no, I know, and I listen, and I'm the same way, right? And I listen to you talk about it, and I know I feel the same way in making all of these connections, and Arnie, people coming over from watching the live stream to join to watch the shows on the Sacred Spiral Network, and people in the
Speaking of
Sacred
that,
Spiral
hey
Network.
Tim, sorry, Michael. Hey Tim,
No worries. And people coming from the Sacred Spiral Network to watch the live stream. It's just, again, there's no feeling like it when you connect with the human essence, right? The real human essence, not the bullshit human essence that's out there in the street. You know what I mean? Like the real human essence, and people who really get it. There's nothing more gratifying than talking to a listening audience. Uh, um, so I wanted to also, I told you I was kind of looking back at some things, and I know you've been sharing a lot of your artwork on the different shows, and I just want to continue that a little bit, because I feel like, again, I was telling you how grateful I am to know the depth of your artwork from that picture that I sent you. Oh my God, I wish I had that up on my screen. The picture of the guy with his head up his butt,
oh dude,
that you did when in the '80s, when you were like an advertising guy, and is still floating around the internet as a meme.
I know.
Uh,
I've seen that thing thousands of times by now.
so amazing. But then the real artwork as the artist, that you create, is
Well,
real.
I don't know about you, but advertising was a fantastic, like I was getting to hire some of the best photographers, the best illustrators, and man,
Mhm.
I just sucked them dry for like how'd you do that? How'd you do that?
Right.
And show them stuff that I did. And once they like saw you were really into it, man, I got like mega education. So
Absolutely, absolutely. And for me, the same as a computer geek, right? Like all the different tools that were available, suddenly in like the late 90s, and as that grew, was amazing. And that brought us to things like this, where this is an amazing light painting that you have that stands on its own as a still light painting, but now you're able to animate it and create like this other layer of it. And this is just one of my favorites. So I love that. You can go from traditional. I think on the last show I showed.
I never saw it. It never came up, Michael.
Oh, you're not seeing that?
No. There we go.
Really?
There we go.
Huh. Oh. I thought it was up there the whole time. Interesting. As I was speaking. So this is the shot of you with the wings.
Yeah.
Amazing. I have a couple of different ones. Let me bring up another one.
Good to see you. Jennifer McCormick, good to see you.
Yeah, good to see so many people here.
My shiny friend, Jennifer Rose.
We were just talking about how she is the essence of sunshine. Okay, so one of the things, where is it? We were talking about sharing earlier. You also did a bunch of videos that were like your own music, and they were based on the tarot. And
well, they were based on
well, hold on. I didn't mean to start that. Sorry. Go ahead.
All right. They were based, at the top of the major arcana cards, there's a little musical staff with notes on it. And that's the musical note equivalent of the name of the card. So that's what all of those are built off of.
So they're actually built off of the frequency of the music that's related
to the intrinsic sequence of the name. Yes.
Amazing. So let's watch the first like 60 or 90 seconds of the Magus, which is, you said, was your favorite, which I agree.
Yeah, I really like this one. Happily honored.
And all of these are your photographs and your artwork.
Yeah, this is not most of it all individual. He wants to learn that.
Hey, Mr. Wizard. What you got that back for me? Well, what do we have here? A little boy. Won't you teach me? Won't you learn magic? I want to be a wizard, man. Go back. Wants to learn magic. Wants to be a wizard. He wants to learn magic. Wants to be a wizard.
Yeah.
I lied. I said we were only going to watch a little bit of it, but I got so mesmerized.
Dude, I had
um,
so much fun doing that.
I,
And
I
there's
love
so
it.
many little jokes in there, wizard jokes, like from my training, and like, oh man, it's just really fun to go back and
It's amazing. And what I also love is, again, I was saying that's all original music, and like even though it's like this electronic kind of music, I'm hearing like these mid eastern kind of like
everything in there.
instrumentation and
Yeah, there's
like,
everything in there.
oh my God, so good. So much fun.
Like a
So
barrel
much
deck.
fun.
I brought everything I had to the whole thing and just dumped it in there.
And again, that's what I love about you. And we've had this discussion before. And as I was getting to know you, like there are so many layers to what you do and who you are. And like it's like every word you say, I almost have to like say, all right, you said a word. Hold on. Let me just think about how many angles that word was coming from
Well,
and
there you go.
and the depth of that. Yeah, yeah. Amazing, amazing, amazing stuff. Whoa, this is a concert. Yeah, trippy. I love it. Yeah, really, really good stuff. Um, I also want to, again, just as an honor to you and to hold this space for you before we get into any like readings and all of that stuff, just talk about again the breadth of your artwork and the things that you've done. Another thing, another project that you have that I think gets lost because you did it so long ago, but is so amazing is the creepy taxi baby,
Creepy baby taxi. Yeah.
creepy baby taxi, which again, came from your job, right? You were working on some toy photography and some things that inspired this whole world. Oh, there it is. Oh my God. Amazing,
Yeah,
Brian.
I did catalog stuff for a long time and screaming chickens and little creepy baby. And I just thought he was so weird. I left him out in the garden, got all dirty, and I made him into in this weird little tricycle thing. And now here they're just junk, but like on the astral, they're like evil fighting,
Oh
like,
my God.
you
There's
know,
so many, yeah, there's so many astral layers to that thing. I can't even imagine like what's going on with
creepy chickens going to Rock Vegas.
it. Amazing, amazing,
Oh man.
amazing. So that's and that was part of the Creepy Baby series, right?
I did 13 volumes. Yeah.
Wow. And
Maybe one of these days will see the light of day.
yeah,
You can only
man.
put your energy in so many directions, and none of it, music, art, like, the door doesn't just open unless you have a rich uncle that can owns a
Right,
company or something.
right.
You gotta
But
you gotta put in your time and your dues and all of
yeah,
that stuff.
yeah, and you certainly have. And again, like I just feel like this grimoire of work that you have, this amazing library that you have of stuff is there's each piece has so much energy to it. Like how much energy is in your collection? It's incredible.
At the very beginning of my magical journey where I really got serious, and I went through an initiation, and one of the questions they ask at the end of it, what do you want your magic to do? And I said, I want every single image, everything I put out there to be imbued with a shade, with power, with like energy. And,
Hmm.
and that's what I pursued like ever since. And that's why the tarot deck's alive. Man,
Yeah,
that smoke was charged to the max. And I
totally.
have still pictures that look like a whole movie.
Yeah.
And that's in motion. You can't look at that and not feel like that's just moving.
Absolutely. No, amazing, amazing. Again, a wizard in the truest sense that you create worlds. You know what I mean? You literally do. You create these worlds, and I'm just, again, I'm tickled to call you my friend and be and have you as part of my story. You know what I mean? Like you're in my storybook, and I love that. I love that. Salud, salud. So, all right. So you've been doing this show on your own, be in the light, and it's part practice and it's part readings. And the practice, I know for me, breath work has been something incredible to experience. There's no, it's like such a great replacement for drugs. I don't want to say it that way, but it's like it almost feels sometimes like drugs that I've never taken. You know what I mean? Like what I would imagine that experience to be. For me personally, I know it's different for everybody, but for me, breath work, there are moments where I feel like I'm experiencing the moment inside of my body and I'm experiencing the moment outside of my body as an observer and watching myself do that breath work, which is incredible to me. Tell me your connection to breath work.
Well, in all of the ceremonial ritual little groups I got involved with and sampled and tasted, that's all an integral part to changing your physiology. See, the thing about breath work is it's not really just a mental thing. It's not just doing that. You take in oxygen and nitrogen in a proportion that's normal for you. So your brain is running like this all the time. And the thing that happens physiologically when you change, like with those breathing things, like that 4-4-4 thing, that's like they teach that to Rangers and Marines about to go to combat to lessen anxiety, because it changes the combination and the ratio of those chemicals, which changes your brain function, like literally, physically. And that then's changing your energetic body and your emotional body, and all of those things have an effect. I got gifted a portfolio from somebody very old that passed this on to me, and it's like hundreds of his. Like he studied breath techniques from all over the world, tumo breathing, and I mean there are thousands and thousands of them, and each of them have a specific. It's cool to just like take it in and do that, but like when you really focus what it's about, you can generate fire in your hands to heal people. Like you can do cold to like shrink tumors. There's a million different ways to change your mental modality and your physical like being as well. So it's really a very deeply ingrained part of my own cosmology in a big way.
Totally. Well, it's interesting that you say that, because I feel like, this shift that they talk about in humanity, right? And coming back to realizing who we are as human beings. I think that's a part of it. What you're talking about is ancient. You know what I mean? That's like something that we knew before and somehow forgot, right? Like you didn't forget, but like most of the people who are running around the streets
and clairvoyance and everything else.
All of those things, right?
We've been designed to forget, and we're giving it away by the day, by the way. I mean, that hasn't stopped. We're choosing to give it away to all these other things by the day. It's kind of right to watch, actually.
It is, and you know what? And I've got to say, I'm guilty of it too. And the best thing I can do is be aware of it. And
I want to tell you a story. I told this a little bit on the show last night, but it just really turned out to be a very profound experience for me. I reached a wall on Saturday, man. I was just like, oh, I can't take any more, man. I am just done. And I do a sound bath healing every Sunday morning. So I got up, I did the sound bath, and I went, man, I'm checking out. And I left the phone at home. I turned off the computer. I sent out my little stuff in the morning for the show. I turned off the computer. I picked up my sketchbook and a pencil and my hand pan, and I went out to my favorite spot in the little forest in a state park close to me. And I was just out there, and one of the things that like took me over the edge is I was sitting there Saturday night and was just feeling fried. And I went, all right, take the filters off and just listen with your astral ears, like what's actually going on around you.
Mhm.
Everywhere it was just a buzz and a chaos and a and like, oh, it's just so loud. It was just beyond, like, the thought of like trying to get to zero space from that space was just crazy. So anyway, I'm out in the woods, beautiful little clearing, and I'm just starting to chill out a little bit. I'm like doing my breath and like really getting cooled out. I got my hand pan out and I went, man, all right, just let go and actually listen. Actually listen. And I started connecting with the wind up in the trees, and the birds were like going at it, and they were talking back and forth, and it was making this crazy little rhythm. And all of a sudden, I'm hearing this kind of like rhythmic vibe happening up in the trees and the birds and just the sound around. And I started going with the hand pan, and it was just, I went for about an hour just playing.
Wow.
And I stopped and I realized that the birds had, like, they were listening. They were like part of it now. Like a bunch of them had flown down into the clearing and were just sitting there going, what the hell is this white guy doing in the middle of the forest playing this weird instrument? You know, and it like filled me up to the max. And
Yeah.
I just stayed out there and I drew, just like let go and did some automatic drawing and like just kind of flushed. And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it was really, 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 really great. And you know, that the breath exercise to take you down to zero space.
Mhm.
That space, like, if that was the only thing people took out of my show, that would be what I would want for that.
I think that's the biggest thing. I love that because I'm watching you do it, and I'm actually watching you kind of go out of the screen. You go down into zero space, and you're like off the screen, and it's like, and I could feel it. I could feel.
Well, I'm
You're a
sending out
great, yeah. You're
trade for that, man. I'm trying to attach people to me too.
you're a great guide for breath work. If anybody out there hasn't experienced it, I highly recommend it. Bryan is an amazing guide to guide you to zero space, right? You could be a tour guide to zero space, like.
Well, actually, that's exactly what I am.
Yeah.
You know, that is the hardest part of meditation. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be doing a couple shows from now on meditation and some really specific techniques to get you in there. But this thing that I do on the show kind of evolved out of my own quest for trying to get there. It was hard for me. I could do a bunch of the other stuff, follow thoughts, so good, but actually turning off that whole like internal dialogue, just and being aware, but not participating, just being there.
Yeah.
It took forever to get there. And once I did, then like, and that's the point of that exercise on the show is start to write the groove for people that haven't been able to get there yet. So you start to get a 7-8 second groove, and then you can get it up to 15 and 30 in a minute, and then you're going as long as you want to go. And that's the space where you're outside of the program. That's the space where they can't touch you.
Yeah.
And that's the space where you can also affect zero space. Like physics and magic have like reached this like nexus where they're one and the same now. And zero space is not really zero space. It's not like blank and nothing. It's superposition quantum field.
I love that. I was just gonna say, yeah.
It's
amazing.
Infinite potential, not yet set in motion, not measured to become material. It's everything there. And when you turn off all the voices in your head, you realize which one's actually you. And
yeah.
Like
amazing. No, it's amazing. And so I just want to talk about that story. Thank you for sharing that. I love that story. It is so important. And again, you know, I said, well, I'm human and I'm guilty of this too. And it is somewhat circumstantial, I'm going to say, right? And that is kind of what you were talking about, the EMF waves, the waves that we are surrounded by Like if you're sensitive, they can get overwhelming. Like I can totally relate to what you said. Like it was just so loud and it was just you
From every
felt
direction, man.
from every direction, and even in the woods they were probably there, but you put yourself you in the bubble, you put yourself protected from them, you got away from it, and that zero space is it's amazing, man. Again, I'm like I sit here when I watch you and I just smile and I'm just like, look at Wiz, man. Look at Wiz go. And again, you're a human being, right? So whatever it was that night or that point where you were just like, all right, I gotta shut off the computer, I gotta shut off the phone, you came to this point where it was just like too much and you were feeling it, you know?
That's true. But
But you know what?
that's where, we talk about loving yourself.
Yep,
That's where you gotta like, the self-maintenance has to take priority on that.
yep,
Like
yep,
I blew off
absolutely.
some stuff I really needed to do on Sunday. Don't regret it even for a second.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. And I think more and more people are starting to realize that and come to that. And for me, on Sunday it was taking a walk down to the water with Janice, which I hadn't done in months and months and months. Sure, it became winter and it was cold and whatever, but like when you don't do it for a long time and you finally do, like again, that story you just told me, I just vicariously went out in the woods with you and was listening to you doing your handpan. You know what I mean? Because that's just amazing. Um, I love it. I totally love it. Evelyn says, when I follow that meditation, I can see the purple images with my eyes closed again, and I hadn't done that for a long time.
Yeah. Have you seen the gold yet? Have you seen the gold too? Have you seen the waves? Have you seen the gold waves coming into the purple?
I love it. I love it.
Oh, Evelyn, I'm so freaking proud of you, man.
Evelyn's amazing. Totally. Totally. Amazing.
Oh,
Amazing.
man. Evelyn's about doing, man. Evie rocks.
Totally. Totally. So, all right. Well, we got about
We can
15,
do
20
we can
minutes
do a
left.
few readings. Yeah, I don't want to go all night, to be honest with you, but
Yeah,
I'd be
no.
happy to do a few. And since I missed Arnie last night, I'm serving him up first.
All right. Let's serve. Arnie, are you still here? Raise your hand if you're in the house. I'm imagining you are. I feel you in the front row. I feel you in the front row.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, nice. Arnie, woof woof.
All right.
So, for those of you guys who are over here from, I know there's one of the networks that we broadcast to, the online live psychic readings. If you're not familiar with Bryan, the amazing Wizard of Odd, he has his own tarot deck that he's created, his own angel deck. Are you going to read from those? You're going to
I'm
pull?
gonna
Yeah.
do the angel part.
Which are all based on his light painting artwork that we were talking
Actually,
about
those are
earlier.
the smoke ones.
The smoke ones?
These are all the incense smoke
Oh,
ones.
okay, the smoke. So what I meant was his artwork, his photography, not necessarily the light painting. And if you haven't seen these cards, man, oh man, let me tell you, you can definitely sit and stare at each one of these cards for hours, and endless entertainment,
They
infinite
really are
entertainment.
alive.
They really are. They really are alive.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. All right,
All
I
right.
didn't mean to interrupt.
I'm kind of a stickler for this, so I'm going to do a little mini like circle. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, do it up.
We come together this evening in joy, love, and light. We create our sacred space, our place of safety and sanctuary. We ask that the angels, our guides and allies, be with us this evening, share their wisdom, their knowledge, and their absolute love of the source. And with absolute gratitude for all of it, the good, the bad, especially the ugly, infinite, unconditional love. Love you very much. And our wish for bliss to the source, we open ourselves up. All right, Arnie, connect up, bud. Concentrate. If you have something specific, beam it. 3 really nice deep breaths with me. There we go. All right, let me get a good shuffle on this. Okay, words of wisdom from my good friend Arnie. Words of wisdom from my good friend Arnie. Words of wisdom from my good friend Arnie. Ooh. Number 30, the Angel of Fertility. One of my favorite cards.
Oh, look at that one.
All right. When you're on the top of the hill, there is always someone who wants that spot and challenges you. Face the envy and jealousy of those who want what you have. There will be times when you feel outnumbered. It will appear that everyone is against you. Feel the strength within you. Don't allow fear to discourage you for a second. Recognize that your position is always stronger than you think it is. Man, that brain thing, it never does us any favors. Don't give in to depression or anxiety. Yeah, pull out the Jinsen Jitsu and the 444, bro. Define a clear course of action, and your self-confidence will return to overcome any and all obstacles. Have complete trust in your inner voice. Remain patient. Make no rash, unwise decisions, and be fearless, for you are never alone.
Ooh.
Yeah. And this is the 6 of Wands goes with this angel card, which is success and celebration and really good news.
Nice. Arnie's never alone. He's always got his band, which is a bunch of beautiful women traveling with him.
All right. Suri Sawyer, good to see you.
Suri, what's happening, Suri? Great to see you.
You're welcome, Arnie. Yeah. All right. Anyone else looking for him?
I know earlier there were a couple of women here who were looking for readings. I don't know if they're here, but let's just have people raise their hand if they're here still, and you want a reading from Bryan, a value beyond a value.
We can always do a group.
Yeah, let's pull for the. It was interesting as you were charging up, right? Words of wisdom, and you told Arnie to take 3 breaths. I was remembering last night when you gave me a reading, and I know for me, like I'm right there. I take my deep breath. I lean in close to the screen. I picture you right there in front of me. I bring myself into that space. I try really hard to almost like show up in that room that you're in.
Well, that's exactly what the energy you need to put behind it for it to work.
Yeah. Amazing. It looks like we do have Tammy raising her hand. Tammy Widrick.
Well, first of all, our name's spelled with 2 Y's, so how
Look at
that? So that's a 3Y name, Tammy, my girl. All right. I don't think I've read for you before, Tammy. So Here's the program. I want you to imagine that we're just standing in front of each other, looking at each other eye to eye. We're going to take 3 really nice deep breaths, in which each one of those just focus more and more on your question. If you don't have anything really super specific, just stay focused on getting some words of wisdom from the angels, because they will definitely give you some. All right, here we go. A couple of 3 deep breaths. Really focus. Let's connect. One more. All right, good. Words of wisdom from my friend Tammy. Words of wisdom from my friend Tammy. Words of wisdom from my friend Tammy. Yes, this is number 53, the angel of mental force. I especially like that image also.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Brain drain. All right, bear with me there.
Yep, no worries. I remember I used to have them all queued up and had to go find them when you when you pulled them.
Wow. I wish I had a nickel for every time I pulled this card for myself. Being a jack of all trades leads to workaholism, which is just as devastating to love and creativity as any other excess. You forsake everything for the sake of one. You impose standards and values on others that they can't and shouldn't live up to. In doing so, you stifle and suffocate those who care and support about you and support you. You will go much farther with the active support and encouragement of those around you. You have to, yeah. And that starts with your own emanation of that in that direction too. The universe is energy, a reflection of our own frequency waves. You will go much further with the support and encouragement of those around you. You have the discipline to work long and hard, but you lose sight of the big picture sometimes if you obsess about details. You get caught up in the drudgery of the meaningless exertion. The race continues, yet at a slow space. Your skill is in recognizing the broader scope. Yeah, you're very good at that, actually. Stand back occasionally to view the whole scene and make any minor adjustments along the way. Visualize a detailed picture of the completed project. That's been my mantra for the week. Visualize what you want, not what you hate. Visualize what you want, not what you hate. Always strive to learn more, to gain more experience. You will learn to focus on your ambition and extend the effort necessary to succeed in full. The tarot card that goes with this is the 3 of Pentacles, which represents mastery over your craft. There is one little caveat to though, and it's not just mastery of your craft, but you're doing really good. You're at the top of the heap selling and like you're the top dog. If you're like on the top, that was like that card I read for Arnie. When you're on the top, man, there's always somebody looking to undercut you and take that business. So while you're on the top and you're enjoying the rewards of your efforts, always be innovating and what's next and be thinking ahead of what's what's to come instead of just resting right there, because eventually it'll get cannibalized, right? But you got success all over it. Yeah.
Nice. Nice reading.
Nikki, I think, or Night Lions.
Nita
Lions.
Nita Lions.
All right. Take a really nice deep breath, Nita. Focus really hard. Focus for me, girl. Words of wisdom for my friend Nita. Words of wisdom for my friend Nita. Words of wisdom for my friend Nita. This is one of my birthday angels, number 63, Anuel.
Nice.
I'm not gonna, okay. I made a deal with them to read these like every single time, word for word. And it is so hard not to just start going blah, 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 blah. But man, you know, you make a deal, you make a deal.
A deal's a deal, yeah, man. And I love the story of the creation of the cards and how you channeled each angel. I mean,
what a profound experience, man. It was super life-changing.
Amazing.
Yeah. A difficult passage is coming to an end. Allow it to fade away like the darkness in the rays of the morning sun. Pass through it by setting your bright sights on a bright future just over the hill. See things as they are, not as the way your fear tells you they are. Think with an open, objective, and realistic point of view. Investigate all possibilities and look for what is brightest. You're in the middle of an unpleasant situation. Sever yourself from it, and you will know relief and harmony like the sunshine after a rainstorm. You are progressing rapidly now. Everything is relative to one's point of view. Change your perspective, you change your world. Communicate in a non-threatening way that will allow other people to consider new ideas. Yeah, don't go on the attack. Let them think it's their idea, actually. Like, okay. Thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes. Oh, here, let me go back. Communicate in a non-threatening way that will allow other people to consider new ideas, thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes from perspectives they have not yet considered. You are blessed with the gift of support in adversity. Yeah. This, the tarot card that goes with this is the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords sort of represents like where you've been getting your sustenance, where you've been going. That can be emotional sustenance. That can be your job. It can be any situation you're deeply been invested in and going to maintain yourself. That's probably either already run out or about to run out. So the quest needs to be like, where's my new thing? Which sounds like, oh, sad and scary, man. But don't be afraid, because this is also a card that's the eureka moment. So like, forge ahead with faith and connection to the source and belief that it's all going to be good, and write what you want, not what you're afraid of. Write what you want, not what you're afraid of. One more time, write what you want, not what you're afraid of. Anyway, I hope that helps. Yes.
Amazing. And I think As always, these things I think apply to all of us who are in this energy right now. Anybody who's even listening and in earshot, I feel like has something in those messages for them, because it's some of the stuff that we were talking
You
about.
know, that's
Uh,
one of the things over the course of the Angel channel. I started doing the weekly readings, and
mhm,
certainly through the Be in the Light thing, and with as intense as our connection as a group is growing.
mhm.
I really noticed that, man. Like tonight, like every single card, I was like,
Yep.
wow, that's for me too.
Exactly. Exactly. Totally. Exactly. So I don't know if you have another one in you, but I do want to honor and mention Tim, who is out there. I think
Absolutely,
he
man.
might still be out there. Tim, as you know, is a
Yeah, he's had a
warrior.
rough road.
Yeah, he's a warrior, and Taryn, his son Taryn, has been going through some stuff, and just like this family is like supercharged with warrior energy, and they just like adversity left and right. They just like boom, boom, boom. Tim is an amazing spirit, and also somebody who's been with me since day one of the live stream of
Hey, dude, he's
consciousness.
been around on like the from day one on the
You
live
know,
stream, man. I never tune in and don't see Tim there, man.
Tim's amazing. So big shout out to Tim, for the energy that he brings and the positive energy that he brings, regardless of what's going on. He's always got a smile.
Well, whether he's here or not, I'll send it to him.
Awesome. Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
Words of wisdom from my good friend Tim Lawrence. Words of wisdom from my good friend Tim Lawrence. Words of wisdom from my good friend Tim Lawrence. Number 2, the angel of love and wisdom.
Mm. Oh wow! Look at that one.
Yeah, I think it's great. All right, here. Enough is enough is enough. The sludge of dissatisfaction has coated you for way too damn long. Well, they didn't say that. I added it. You're ready to flip it and make whatever changes needed to overhaul the whole thing. Let go of the restricting beliefs that limit the limitless you. Blank space, Tim. Can practice with us on Monday. Yeah. The discovery of your ultimate potential is in your grasp. Seize the moment with all you have. Wow. They're loud right now. Seize the moment with all you have. Okay. The vital energy to explore your new world is there for you. Taking the empty handed leap into the void is never easy. Leaving behind the past and the things you've used to define yourself can really rock your world. Stay the course and give it your all. Which you do, dude. Be balanced and in tune with the energy world, and you will begin to feel yourself emerging from your closed chrysalis state. You reclaim so much energy and joy. The waves of wonder and awe wash over you. Face the fear of the unknown. Look it right in the eye. Embrace those emotions, for they are the fertile soil of new life. Swim in the energetic ocean and enjoy your sweet freedom.
What
Much
a
love,
reading.
much love, respect, bro.
Yeah, man, what a reading for Tim. Holy moly.
That was
Awesome.
perfect, actually.
Yeah, amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you, Brian. I know you're drained.
A little bit.
uh,
I'm a little toasted. Yeah.
but as much as I see you're drained, I love you're like, oh, they're getting loud. I love the energy that comes through you. You're such an amazing conduit. It's just again, I said it at the beginning. I'm just so grateful to be a part of your story, for you to be a part of my story, and for us to be a part of each other's story. It's just a beautiful thing. So thank
Nita
you.
and Tammy, you're way welcome. Those were good.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
might go back and listen to those again. Maybe write some of those down because they were loud, man. They were directly for you.
amazing, amazing, amazing. Well, for you guys, Brian, when is your show on the Sacred Spiral Network?
Monday
Monday,
night at 7:30.
every Monday, seven
Every
thirty.
Monday, 7:30. Yep.
So
Which is kind of a crazy night. Nancy Murtala has her show before mine, and I've got my show at 7:30, and then Jennifer Rose has the Love Show at 9 o'clock.
amazing,
So it's
amazing.
not a
Yeah,
good day to come and
I would say Monday night, if there's ever a night to get your money's worth, you're getting way more than your money's worth when you look at the shows and you see the Sacred Spiral Network.
you're welcome.
Uh, Totally, 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 totally. Um, I'm looking forward to seeing you around, and just seeing where life takes you and me and both of us and all of us, everybody here in the audience. I have great feelings for all of us. I mean, I just feel like,
Well, just really, I mean, it's easy to say this as a concept, but the more you can actually live this and be it, enjoy every moment, be grateful for every moment, savor it, man.
yes,
I'll think about like watching the trees and hearing the rhythm of the wind. I didn't need anything. I didn't need a computer doing. I didn't need anything.
amazing.
It's perfection. And go savor those simple things and reconnect with the source and the whole, and get out of the program for a while, man.
Yeah, yeah. And something that I love about what you just did is you told the story last night, you told the story again tonight. You have that up here in your head, you have that memory that you can just conjure
Well,
anytime you want.
this is a whole nother. That's a real place now in my
Yeah.
universe that I'm the creator in the simulation of. That's a real. Everything I've ever thought, every conversation I've ever had, every imagining I've ever made, those exist in in an astral frequency inside me, like an entire infinite universe. And
I love it.
same thing for every one of us. That's the whole
Totally.
thing, man. We separate, we experience, we take back that experience.
I love it. I love it. And that's what I'm saying I'm so grateful for the opportunity to open up another window right next to me, boom, and peer into the Wizard of Oz world and share that energy and let the energy flow between the two worlds. And all of you guys who are out there watching us, our energy's flowing to you. It's your energy's flowing to us. Like, thank you so effing much.
Listen, I need to close this up. Okay.
Do it. Close it up.
We joyously come to the end of our gathering and send everyone on their happy way. We thank the angels, our guides and allies, for their knowledge and wisdom and their love of the source, with absolute gratitude for all of it, the good, the bad, the ugly, infinite, unconditional love, and our wish for bliss to the source with everything you have. We close our circle.
Beautiful. Thank you, Brian. Thank you so much for your presence, for all of it. And you guys know where to find us. If you ever need us, just think of us, right? Think of anybody here on the Sacred Spiral Network and just show up. We'll be there. And
frightening concept, but
yeah,
true.
and we show up with love. So that being said,
Evelyn, love you. Kim,
Evelyn,
love you.
everybody,
Jennifer, love you.
have a great night. Bryan, I love you, and I will talk to you guys next week. Adios.